street with that bullshit about protesting the soldiers and protesting the flag, I checked out because he was standing up for me. He was standing up for my 25-year-old son. He was standing up for your nephews, your sons, your grandsons, your brothers, cousins, and husbands. And they ran his ass out of football. And you also ran me out of football because you said, oh man, he this and he wrong for this and he wrong for that. I checked out. So fuck you, NFL. Yeah, I watched because I had to talk about it. But I got plans for my show that's going to go into another direction. And I love watching sports. So I'm always talking about sports, hip hop and shit like that. But I got other plans, and the minute it takes off, I'm always, me and X Squad gonna always rock, but the minute it take off, fuck the NFL. I ain't watching no more. You know, if you ever notice, yeah, I'm a Raider fan, but I ain't never claimed like, oh man, I don't say that weed shit, cause they ain't gave weed no damn money. If they give weed some fucking money, then we gonna be weed. And up until weed gets some money, weed can kiss my ass. But back to what I was talking about. Women's Euro sports, way more popular. Beach volleyball. Exactly, man. Soccer, hockey, baseball. You can get paid. If you want to be an athlete, there's more than one way to skin a cat is my point. Do I like watching football? Hell, man, I watch. Hey, but guess what? They play football Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just as good football. I watch Georgia. I watch Alabama. I watch University of Illinois. I watch Michigan. I watch out west football. I get my share of football. NFL ain't the only ball in town. Take your ball and cry your ass on down the street. I'm not finna be arguing with you. Oh man, you ain't picked the bruh. You ain't picked the bruh. Okay, don't pick the bruh. But here go one bruh that can tell you the KMA. And then that's what time it is. With that being said, you already know what time it is. It's Saturday. It's time for the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's time for the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, for those who new to the show, is the top 9 people at any position in sports, depending upon the week where I go. This week is going to be the top 9 number 1 picks in the draft. Again, the best 9 people who was picked in the draft number 1. Before I start, I got to give big ups to one of the hosts of one of my favorite shows on X Squad Radio. He is BS Street Sports. He's my main man, Ben. Please hit the follow button. Quality show. He do sports. We do music. He's an X Squad affiliate. Excellent show. My man Ben, please hit the follow. Support the brother because he giving you good content. He giving you a solid point of view, a non-biased point of view. He giving you just the facts. With that being said, let me kick my list off by number 9 on my list. The 9th best first player picked in the draft since the merger. He is a 4-time Super Bowl champion, 1-time league MVP, multiple time Pro Bowler, part of one of the greatest dynasties in the world. And since he been opening his mouth lately, I'm gonna call him a super jerk ass. But he still made my list. I ain't gotta like you to be on my list. He goes by the name of Terry. I got Kerry on my first 2 Super Bowls and beat Joe Gilliam at the job because I'm white. Bradshaw. Even though he's a jerk ass lately and talking about my man Mike Tomlin and all this nonsense, I got to give it up to Terry. Anytime you quarterback of 4 Super Bowl teams, even though you beat Joe Gilliam out when he was out playing your punk ass on one arm, you're a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. I ain't look up your stats because I really didn't give a damn because you're a jerk ass. But 2-time Super Bowl, a 4-time Super Bowl champ, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, 1-time league MVP, NFL Hall of Famer Terry Bradshaw in the building. Oh, they number 1 and 2. I don't know what you talking about, Jungle. They number 1 and 2. My man Jungle Brother just said that Tim Couch or Baker Mayfield is on this list. I'm saying deuces. Say quadruples, brother. Quadruples. You don't want no smoke. Hey, man, if you want to be referred to as Warren again, you better cut it out. Jungle Brother, my man, he trying to take over the Big L position. It's the most antagonistic listener in the history of the world. I got mad love for the brother Jungle Dope Show. That's another brother you need to hit on the Real Cast Ranger side of the game. I got my man Melvin. He in the building. Much love to the brother Melvin. Bad Leather Autos. For my brothers like Nas, Big Stacy, Chris down there in the A. My man Mike, what's his name? Mike Reddy down there. if something happened to your car, or don't wait till something happened to your car. Get your car serviced at Bay 11 Auto, and then nothing won't happen, and you ain't got to deal with my man Melvin. He'll be out here supporting you. Now, with that being said, the number 8. A lot of people, hey, I don't even know if I should have made him on this list because his career is still active, but I'm going to give him big ups because as far as right now, he's on a trajectory that he has impressed me. Remember, this is my list. If you don't like it, shut up. But he goes by the one name of Andrew Luck, man. It is difficult to hit the league and be known as the best draft pick since John Elway. Hit the league after going 2-12 with them same rutabagas. I know my man Just Joe is smiling from ear to ear right now, but he was out there playing with them same rutabagas that went 2-12. Coach almost died the first year. He got my man Bruce Arians as the coach, took over, coached them to the playoffs the first year. Second year, he got to the second round of the playoffs. Third year, he got to the third round of the playoffs, lost to the homie Tom Brady, busted up his shoulder, came back, and kicked ass and took names last year too. Big ups to Andrew Luck. Much love to that dude right there, Andrew Luck, because he did the damn thing. Hate him or love him, he been kicking ass since he been in the league. I thought my man Jungle said, is this the all-QB list? See, you're jumping the gun. I'm going to need you to pay attention and listen. And then you'll be learning something, my brother, JB. See, for those who don't know, me and Jungle Brother got a love-hate relationship. Mostly love, but he hated when I be getting on him, and I love it when he talk crazy to me. Jungle Brother's honorary Chicagoan. I got to give him a big cheer because we need to put him in Chicago. He talk crazy like a Chicago dude. That's why I got love for the guy. Oh, I got my man, Mr. Husband, a.k.a. Mo Cheese, a.k.a. Bricks, one of my biggest homies. He whack as hell, but he's still my man. Mo Cheese is in the building. Thank you, Mo, for joining the fun that we call the Inner Best Podcast. Now, number 7. Another dude I was kind of apprehensive because his career is still in effect. I got the lovely Laffy T. The reason the other aforementioned Mr. Husband actually got a name. Laffy T is in the building. And just to make my man Jungle Brother mad, it's another quarterback on my list. He goes by the one. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. Took the league by storm. Greatest first 3 games in NFL history. As a rookie, because Kurt Warner had a couple games a little better than that, but as a rookie, started his career off with a bang. He has not disappointed. He's put the Carolina Panthers on his back like whoa, and he kicking ass and taking name league MVP. Take the Carolina Panthers to their second Super Bowl. They running him around like he a child in a walker, but he's still holding up, even though he be wearing them retarded, weirdo ass clothes. I got to give love to my main man, Cam Newton. Jungle Brother still swinging. He's still swinging. He don't understand. He ain't the only one with an octagon. What's up? Next, he gonna have a top cowboy list with John Wayne and Wyatt Earp. Go ahead on, man. Go ahead on, Jungle Brother and Wyatt Earp. They can be the top, but we all know who the top. The Lone Ranger is the top, and the Lone Ranger's real name is Bass Reeves. Do a little research on that, people. Bass Reeves is the real Lone Ranger. Bass Reeves look like me and you if you have OD'd on melanin. I got my man Sluggo, a.k.a. The Hammer, has entered. Ew. Thank you for the support, Sluggo. Always good to see you, my brother. Now, back to this NFL draft. As I said at the top of the show, this is hope trafficking, y'all. It's hope trafficking. And the team that I draw allegiance to is the Raiders. As I stated, I don't use the term we because they ain't sent we no damn money. We at X Squad or we at the end of the bench ain't got none of that we money, so it's them that I root for. With that being said, man, the Raiders did a pretty good job. The only thing I have an issue with is more the propaganda that I've been warning y'all about since y'all been listening to me on XY Radio and the people who came over from what's the name of this shit? Blog Talk Radio, the other platform I was on, as I've been doing my show for the last 3 years, 3.5 years almost. The running back is obsolete. Now, the issue that I have with the Oakland Raiders is this. It's really an issue that I have with the National Football League. Now, you tell me and everybody else in the history of the world that this is a running league. This is a passing league. The running back is obsolete. If the running back is obsolete, and this is allegedly one of the chief thinkers in all of the NFL, explain to me how John Gruden drafts a running back who wasn't even a leading rusher on his team, even though the man he's a complete monster. Why y'all drafting him this early? Because it's propaganda. It is propaganda. Because you run the wind, you throw the scope. That's gonna be football as long as it is a oblong object going through some goalposts. It's gonna be that way. Football and all sporting activities are men and or women imposing their will, whether it be mentally or physically, upon another person. And if you have to do that, running and football is the best way to do it. So I'm not mad, but the thing is this. Because I am a fan of the team in Oakland, soon to be the Las Vegas Raiders, I have to ask the question, John, you gave up a Pro Bowl wide receiver and a potential Hall of Fame defensive lineman and or linebacker, and you picked dudes who had question marks on them. You should have picked arguable home run hitters. And you had Mike Mayock name on the top of this, and this allows you to skate in regards to responsibility. I like all the players that the Raiders picked, but let's be honest. Stop telling people that you that your league is passing and you are doing what's best for the league. Everybody understands, John, that you don't think you get credit for your Super Bowl. They give the credit to Tony Dungy, and you're trying to bring this up. You destroyed the Raiders and tried to rebuild them in the name of you and the image of you to make yourself look good. So big ups to Mike Mayock and the picks that you picked. Big down to John Gruden with his egomaniacal dumbass. Let me look at some of this chat. I got my man RC in the building out of the great state of Minnesota. My homeboy to the northwest. He's in the building. Much love to my brother. I didn't even see this weekend. I saw first round of the NFL draft. 3 quarterbacks, 4 offensive linemen, the rest are D linemen. Exactly. Impose your will on this. You look, if the quarterback is the most important player on your team, knocking the hell out of him or knocking his ass out the game is the most important thing. And when if your team cannot run the football, you can have the greatest quarterback in the world. You can have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and you're not going to do anything. Ask me to prove it. One, Ben Roethlisberger did not make the playoffs last year because Le'Veon Bell did not play. They had a adequate running back, but he wasn't Le'Veon Bell. Phillip Rivers ain't done a damn thing up until last year when Melvin Gordon was completely healthy since LT left. Eli Manning, 2 Super Bowl runs was when Bradshaw and that crew and the big homie, I can't think his name, I know Chief Rocco put his name in there, big homie from SIU when they was running the ball. Brandon Jacobs was running the ball. So, if you don't have a running game and you don't have an elite of the elite quarterbacks, your ass ain't gonna win. Talk that nonsense if you want to. I've been watching and participating and coaching and advising in regards to football way too long for you to trick me into believing these highlights gonna trick me into believing that, oh, it's the quarterback. No, it ain't. Tom Brady, sorry, y'all. He ain't the man no more. Again, he's Logan. He's still bad, but he can die. He will bleed and he will die. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is tried and true. Thank you, Sluggo, for the affirmation of my ideas. Thank you, my brother. All this nonsense about you need this and you need that. It ain't true. My man, Giants fans, rolls like Jesus. Oh, he takes a shot. Mr. Husband takes a shot at the #1 Chief Rocket Jersey brand. The last